turned into a 3-day studio update, a studio makeover, more storage. I make no apologies that this video is all over the place. It is like a form of self-punishment, ADHD. It really is. You will see me triumph. It needed it so badly, as you'll see in the video as well. But I'm just going to organise them and get rid of. I'm going to do a cull. The theme was heroes. Free. Love, love, love. Oh, okay, stop.
Woke up late again, same routine, no end, city noise, loud buzz, coffee spills, red buzz.
Good morning everyone, how are you? How are we? Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. If you're new here, I'm Victoria and I run 2 online Etsy shops from this studio here. Record it all, put it all together in some sort of fashion to bring you along with me. On one side is Scrunchies and Bows, where I thrift materials such as pillowcases, duvet covers, sheets, dressing gowns, PJs, bring them home, give them a good wash and turn them into beautiful hair accessories such as scrunchies, bows, headbands, clips. I love sewing and it really calms my mind, so a whole other lot of things have been added onto the shop and I predict a whole lot more will in the future. And on the other side is my much beloved witchy shop, Kack-A-Ling Sisters. All things on there are made by myself. All things witchy you'll find on there, such as spells, wheels of the year, witches' bells, witches' ruins, all things witchy you'll find on there. Now I giggled, you would have seen me giggle and catch myself there, because ordinarily all my stock for Kack-A-Ling Sisters is on this side, but it is now behind me. So if you hadn't watched part 1 to this vlog, I'll leave it here and I'll leave it in the description. I had started what started out as trying to figure out a storage space for my birthday present that my wonderful hubster got me in this small space. It turned into a 3-day studio update, a studio makeover, more storage, everything that's up there. I'm being quite cryptic because you've got the last lot to watch. I make no apologies that this video is all over the place. So I've edited a lot of it and I'm doing my intro now, and I was so sad to see parts of the video, like the first beginning part. I seem to really be struggling and I just wanted to reach in and give myself a hug. I can see all my stimming, I can see me trying to self-comfort, self-soothe myself, and it's just the typical aspect of ADHD where I'm overloaded. And you know, it is like a form of self-punishment, ADHD, it really is. However, you will see me triumph and make it through. But I slowly work my way through the rest of the mess and get it to something that I really genuinely love and enjoy. I love being in this space now, and I do appreciate that these videos can be quite chaotic and all over the place. I've been having to film in and out of days off and in and out of a full salon schedule as well. I will also make note that in what you're about to watch, I do still have my longer hair. I then give myself a haircut. I am now shorter hair. It needed it so badly, as you'll see in the video as well. But I just didn't give myself any time to do that. And when you're a hairdresser and you're cutting and doing other people's hair continuously throughout the weeks, the last thing you want to do is be doing your own hair. So hair is done. I'm feeling a lot better about it. My hair, I'm feeling a lot better about my space. And as you're watching this, you will be gearing up for Christmas. I'll take this opportunity to wish you all a happy holiday, and let's get on with the video. Good morning. It is the next day, which is Sunday, so it's my day off anyway. So I managed to get, I don't know where I left you off. I'm sorry that I left you off. My back was sore. I just needed to go and rest. What started out as me showing you my sewing machine, my 130-odd-year-old sewing machine, turned into needing storage for it, turned into storage for everything else. However, I am really happy with where it's going. I don't know if you can see, obviously what I'll do is I'm going to continue putting my stuff away and trying to see where I can put everything. I'm not very good with change, and I had everything organised for so long, so I'm going to just see how I get on with this bit. But I will crack on and fingers crossed get to some resolution with it. I'm really struggling where to put my pens. My pens were here and I could just reach up and get them, but the whole thing for me was to actually have pen storage, because I was getting a bit fed up of, they were all of my pens are like were in cups. They were really pushed behind, so I never got full use out of them, but I got full use out of these. I don't know where I'm at. It's just too much. So I was gonna edit this bit out, but I think it's really important. I'm trying to explain here how yous were with me the very moment I got my day off, and this is how ADHD works, and it doesn't give you a rest. You never switch off with ADHD. The problem is I've come in the next day, and as you can see, I'm really overwhelmed. It's messy, everything's everywhere, and I'm too overwhelmed. And I was going to edit it out and make this quite a pretty thing, but I think it's really important to show the non-glamorous side, if you will, of ADHD, because I think so many times it gets put out there that ADHD is fun, ADHD is this, that and the other. But yes, it works well with me sometimes, but I think you can even see it on my face. I need rest. I need a day off. I need to be able to stop, and I actually haven't stopped in about 8 weeks. I've not had a proper day off in about 8 weeks. I haven't slept in. For a lie-in for me, it would be 7 o'clock. I'm up at 5 every day. I need a break. My body needs a break. My brain needs a break. And sometimes it's all too easy to just show ADHD as being like fun and chaotically fun and cutesy, and it really isn't. So I thought it was important to leave it in. Decided, so I left off and saying I'd come back. I left off wanting to figure out a storage design, or some way to design, like have my old sewing machine, my wonderful birthday present from my husband, out on display. And then with that, literally, I don't know if I've recorded it, but sat staring up at all of this space, and I thought, right, okay. So I come back on and I was telling you what I was going to do, and then I ended up with wanting to make another storage space for, I need to phone my husband. That very moment I was explaining to you, an idea come to me for my Cricut and how I was going to store that also. So I'm going to send this picture to my husband. So yeah, and I'm gonna, that frees up space there. I've also decided I'm going to make some sort of storage unit here as well, so that I don't have these bags or plastic things. But I'd like to be able to make, so maybe, I don't know if you can see, this shelf for my materials, and then this shelf I'd like to make another lot of this, all the things I have here, and then that would possibly give me a bit of an angle where I could then put my sewing machine come the new year, or come when I take the Christmas decorations down. Right, I need to figure out what I am doing.
Dandelions in my hair, summer sunshine everywhere. We were lost but didn't care, living dreams without a prayer. Running off through fields of gold, stories shared and secrets told. Wishing dreams would never fold, hearts so free and spirits bold. Dandelion dreams take flight.
I have too many pens. I'm just going to organise them and get rid of. I'm going to do a cull.
Hold my hand and hold
So the idea I had in my head for my pens to be on display just wasn't working. And if I'm honest, I don't think anything would have worked at this point. My brain was just too tired. I do get there in the end. It's not all doom and gloom. I have a meltdown, I have a little cry with my husband, and then I pick myself up and carry on, and it actually all does work out really well. Okay, so I've got them and I've put my pens in these baskets. These baskets were originally from my stall. Scrunchy Bows is sage green and white, but I didn't use them on the stall and I don't like these in here. So what I'm going to do is, not now because I need to still stay organised and stay focused, I'll just put some like rope around this myself, or material of similar colour. So they're there. They're done, and I just moved it here. So I got this when I got my heat press iron. I'm going to put my pegs in this from my pegboard that I made. And I'll keep this out, so they're in there. I'll keep it out because I keep finding them. So that's that. My paint pens, I've got to do that yet, so I have a load of acrylics and watercolour paints, but watercolours I want to be able to put into these pans. So they've dried out in their tubes, so I'm going to do that. That'll be in a few vlogs time. I feel like I'm getting somewhere slowly. Baby, I'm feeling so overwhelmed, it's unreal. So since I've moved down into this studio, I used to have all my spell stuff out and on display. It made me really happy, but I moved into this studio and I didn't have room for it, so it all lived in a bag and it was covered and protected from light and energies. But this was me getting all my spell work out and all my herbs, and it just made me really happy. When I have it out and I have them ready on display, I can just use them. It makes me really happy. I feel really settled. As you'll be able to see, I'm fleetering between both sides, trying to figure out where I want my bits and bobs from one shop, where I want my bits and bobs for another shop. So you'll see me on the Kack-A-Ling Sisters side, witchy side, mixing in, and then you'll see me doing my sewing side and mixing in. It's like I said before, there's no rhyme or reason, it's just how my brain goes. I just flit up between each one, so it stops me getting bored from one task to another really. Back in the day when I used to do nail competitions. The theme was heroes.
I find my peace, a love so sweet. It won't decrease in every smile. I see my home with you, I never feel alone. Hand in hand, we'll chase the stars. A love, a melody played on guitars.
Now I have a bit more room. I'm cutting up some boards for my material that's a bit smaller than the ones just down below, so that I can store them up higher, but a lot neater than what they currently are.
Together we'll stand the test of time in your arms. I find my truth, forever bound by love's proof. Through every storm, we'll stay strong in your love. I belong in laughter and tears.
I'm just putting the material on the boards here, the shorter, smaller materials, and then I call my husband to come and have a look because I'm clearly very proud of it.
Test of time in your arms. I find my truth, forever bound by a screw. You're the river to my
As you can see, I'm starting to feel a bit lighter about the whole situation. Things aren't as overwhelming. I've managed to make it through the fog and keep pushing forward, and it's started to all come together really nicely.
With you, my love, I'll always stay in your heart. I'll forever. You're the river to my ride. Together we stand the test of time in your arms. I find my truth, forever bound by a screw. You're the river to my ride. Together we stand the test of time in your arms. I find my truth, forever bound by a screw. You're the river to my ride.
I figured I'd use one of these baskets and stand it up with all the scraps neatly folded in there. They're not scraps. They're like squares or a bit bigger than squares that can be used for either pocket hugs or quilting, or they're just short of scrunchy sizes. So I figured I would fold them all up. It goes quite slowly, so it is sped up for you, but I folded them all up and put them in the basket so I can stand the basket up so then I can visually see them, so then I can use them. It is the evening now, it is late into the evening, and I figured I'd just jump on and show you and talk through. This is where I usually would sit and usually have plastic containers stacking up, but I've took them away and I've been able to house everything in my little shelving units. I've been able to, I don't know if I was filming, but all my little bits of material that are bigger I've been able to put here, all my tiny ones here, all my scraps in here, took them out of all the little basket. All my spell stuff and all my stock is here, all my spell making things, all my pencils are here and pens, and my art stuff here, and all my packaging and more stock along here. I've made a cupboard here. I actually made it coming out so I could put my machine. I was going to have my machine here, but it was still too small. So I put my machine here. I'm very happy about it too. And my overlocker here and the cupboard. And now all that's really left to do, which I will try and do tomorrow, is get my cupboard built here, underneath here, for my cricket. So my cricket can be shoved under there too. And then we're kind of on our way to being a bit more organised with a bit more space. That was me just checking in. I'm very happy. It's been a lot of work and it's been over 2 days. So and the first day was I was given a full day to do it, and then obviously today. So I'll check in with you tomorrow. I will build the cupboards. Good afternoon everyone. So we are afternoon. Sorry how I look. I've been manic with clients today. Marvin hovering. He's had his treats. Don't mind him. I've been crazy with clients today, but this is the last day I want to be doing this studio makeover, vloggy studio makeover thing. I found a space for, so I have a printer. So I have this printer. This is where my printer is. It's usually under my desk, but these drawers, so this drawer is usually filled with, well, it is still, it's filled with packaging stuff, so bubble wrap. And this one had it was just rubbish in it, so I emptied it out, and this is where I've now placed all my bows. I'm gonna go in there. I'm going to empty this lot out, this packaging stuff out, and figure out a space for this area here, and then it's just a case of building a unit here that comes out on wheels so that my cricket can sit here. So it's going to be quite low, but then there's going to be a shelf inside, and that's where I'm going to store some of this lot will be gone after Christmas, but then I'm going to store some of this lot. This is scraps that I need for clothes, and I still have to find a space for all of this. So and then I made the space under here. What I'm going to do is crack on with today, crack on with what I need to do, and then I will at the end bring everything together for you to see and be able to be part of it all as well, so I can show you properly basically. Right, I need to crack on because all I've got is today. This is all I have now. Is I've been doing this, so I had one full day where I was able to build the stuff, then the next day was to organise, and then today I've been working all morning. I literally only have this afternoon, and then that's it. I'm back to back with clients until next, and then I'm back to back with clients. I will have no time to do it. So let's crack on, let's get building, let's figure this out. My Marvin watching every move I make. Let's get that organised. I'll show you the piece of wood I got from, where have I done with my, would have used it for boiling. So once I'd finished and done with my last client, I kind of got everything back out of the kitchen and put it where I need it so that I can see what I've got left to do. So I'm going to go and get the wood I got from B&Q. That was free. So this is the wood I got from B&Q that was free. They're just offcuts. I think this might be a kitchen worktop offcut. It's chipboard with vinyl wrap. The beauty of chipboard is it's easier to cut through, but it does go everywhere. So I need to take these measurements and cut them. And there's a definite front and back. So, I don't know, it went really dark. We're in the middle of a storm. Let's see if that's better. Whee. Is that better? It's kind of better. Okay. So it's going to be my third bit. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get to. It's just getting messier. The top, the bottom, this will be cut off. This will be, I don't know, I'll put it to one side, but this will be the top. This will be the bottom. There's going to be legs on the bottom. There's going to be wheels screwed directly into this on the bottom. And then there's going to be beams up and then more shelving on the inside. It would just help. Right, let's get it cut. Also, please don't copy me. Do it safely. If you're using a handsaw, please, any tool, do it safely. Don't copy me. Don't go off what I do. I've been doing this for a very long time and I've had injuries too. And you'll see an injury further on in this video as well. The wheels are on it. I don't know if they're actually going to be good enough. I haven't put the wheels, I haven't screwed them on yet, but the wheels are on. So I need to take the height measurement of this. So I need the height measurement of this. I need to go and get the height measurement of my cricket. Then include that from the top underneath this space and the width of what the shelf's going to be. I'll be back. So that this would have to be 20.
On the sidewalk, laughter in our eyes, dancing through the chaos, chasing summer skies, holding on to moments, sparkling in the night, in between the raindrops, everything feels right. In between the raindrops, we found our way.
Outside.
In between the heartbeats, words we couldn't say.
Is it wet outside? Is it raining? Got to stop for Marvin loves. Always stop for Marvin loves. Love, 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 loves my Marvin loves. Loves, loves. Oh, I was thinking about making this your bed so you could be by the heat. What do you think? Would you like it under there? This bit, keep you warm. Oh, Marvin loving. Marvin loving. Ooh, Marvin loving. Ooh, with the puppy tail. Ooh, with the puppy tail. Woof. With a puppy tail, my Marvin. With a puppy tail, Marvin. With a puppy tail, Marvin. Oh, witchy. You can't stand the heat. Get out of my kitchen. Yes, get out of my kitchen. Oh, more loves, more loves. Marvin, tell the people how old you are. I'm 17. Oh, my starving Marvin. Please don't. So rather than continue on with my work, I stopped and then made a temporary cat bed. I used some wadding or batting, if you like to call it that, just to line the shelf that I'd made. I doubled it up. I then used some thick material to make it comfy and cozy. I only used tape to stick it all down for the time being. Marvin's really fussy where he sleeps, so I wanted to see if that would work, if that would be some place he would use, and if it does, and if he does like it and he does use it a lot, I'll make him a bed. Marv, don't go nowhere. I'm making you something special. Go on, I made it just for you. There, you have to get up there though. That's it. And then I eventually get back to work. I'm just cutting the last 3 legs now to get them attached. Yeah, I know, no shoes, no socks, no safety, but I get them cut and then I start to attach them. So you remember that accident I told you that happens? If you're squeamish, look away. That's the moment my husband drills through my skin on my hand. Oh, okay, stop. I think I should still maybe think about a shelf. I feel like I could utilise this space a bit better. Could you put it on? I did right, huh?
Should I have a run down and see if we can grab any more scrap wood out there?
I'm going to sit and have my cup of tea and just work through this pain barrier. Okay, I tried to record what I could. So I got him to come and help me because one of the legs, I needed help to push the leg in while screwing it in because one of the legs was bowing out. And in the process of doing that, we joke because we've always done DIY together. We're quite a good little team together, but we do joke every time we tend to work together over our lifetime together. He has drilled through me quite a few times and I did sustain an injury. That's, oh, you can't really see, that's pretty much gone through the middle bit of my, you know, your fleshy bit, this fleshy bit. Surprisingly not that much blood, so that's good. We've got the bottom, we've got the top, we've got the sides, the cricket is on and it can come in and out. Because the wheels are on the bottom. I made Marvin this little space so he can come in. I don't know, I think I already said he's very fussy where he is, even though inside he's got little arch like cone beds, he's got the big donut beds, they both have, and we have to still keep just a cardboard box. It's got nothing in it, it's just a cardboard box and they sleep in that. And then at night they come in and sleep in here. They usually sleep on my studio chair, and this morning when I came in, Marvin was on the floor next to the radiator. So I'm gonna leave it here. It's got batting on it, it's cushioned, it's squidgy, it's soft. Yeah, it's quite nice. I think it's quite nice, but we'll see. He is quite fussy. I'm not gonna cover this, but I am gonna cover this bottom bit. I feel like I look a mess and I feel like I look a state, but I did have a headband. Oh, all day I've had my hair hidden up in a headband and it fell off. I've just about seen it, it's behind the camera. So we're just gonna crack on. I don't know, has anyone else ever took this long to create their studio? I think if I was just buying like IKEA furniture and stuff, it probably would have gone a lot quicker and a lot smoother. So I'm just cutting my inners here because I do add a shelf on, but thankfully the hubby comes back and finishes it, helps me finish it because, well, my hand started bleeding, so I'm glad he come back in time to finish it. He told me off as well.
There's this like a lever kind of thing?
Yeah, I can't open it.
Or I couldn't pull it out.
Sweet. Okay, so it has been 3 long days, but here we go. So I got an order for Scrunchy Bows for hand warmers. So let's get the box for that. All done. So I'm just about to head to the post office, post box, to post this order for Scrunchy Bow, and I got another order in for Kack-A-Ling Sisters, so I figured I may as well film it. It's a spell and I make them from scratch, so I figured I may as well film it so that you get to see it. I've already cleansed all my spell jars. The moment I get them in the house, I cleanse them automatically, and then I will put the spell together. So I figured that might be a nice little thing for you to watch me preparing a spell. We'll see how that goes, and if not, it's just a packing video, no pressure. 3 days it has took to give myself some more space, and I think I probably could have got it done sooner if I wasn't working, but I'm doing it in between work and it is busy. It's a really busy time of the year, so my fire jumping around the place. I've been able to do it and I feel a lot happier. I feel more comfortable knowing that my spell stuff is all out ready to fulfill those orders from Kack-A-Ling Sisters side or the other side. Like, I just feel better. A lot of my stuff was squished up. I am much more comfortable. I am a girl that has object permanence, so I do need to see all my stuff, and this makes me very happy. So, and this does too, because I was extremely worried, but because I've been able to give myself more space everywhere else and cupboard space, it all just works. It all fits in really well. So thank you if you've made it this far. Thank you for joining with me. I'm going to try and put all this together and see if it is anything half decent. And thank you for bearing with me during my busy period. So all that's left to do is bid you farewell. Take care of yourself, take care of others. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you again real soon.
Again, say my tea, no end, city noise, loud buzz, coffee spills, red buzz.